Hello. Hello. How's everyone doing this fine evening? I'm doing well. Everything decided to break as soon as I tried to start anything. Adjust the volume, something else broke. Fix that, something else broke. I don't know what to do about it, so I tried my best. So sorry if I was a little late coming in. Didn't mean to. Um But we got everything working now, which is good, very good. So here's to hoping that, the game didn't break in the process while I had tried to fix everything else. Um, I might be a little too loud, I'm sorry if I am. Um, yeah. So other than some audio, video, game issues, even my own model betrayed me for a little bit there, so of course, that had to happen. But, today's just gonna be a pretty chill stream. Not too much is going on. Um, the good news is that I have finally taken my Twitter out of the abyss, and I am now going to try and tweet out some schedules for the week, so that way you guys can get like a streaming idea of what I want to do game-wise, see what's interesting, see what's not, actually give set times. Um, are the days going to be pretty consistent? No, absolutely not. Who do you take me for? But what I am gonna do is hopefully, I don't know if I might be able to do this for the month of January, but I'm hoping to maybe stream a little more consistently in the coming months outside of January. The only reason is we're getting ready to do a little more renovation work, and I have to basically gut out my entire room so that way they can put in some new floors. And so I got to start really cleaning that up before they come in and do that. um, Other than that, for those who haven't seen the stream schedule, because like I said, I had posted something roughly on Twitter for time wise. I'm hoping to play Death and Taxes tonight, and then Friday I'm hoping to play some Demo Reborn, which is like a rhythm game that was originally on the phone, but then they turned it into a game that you could get on Steam. And of course, I played that when I was so little that I was like, of course I'm gonna buy it. um and then Saturday, I'm hoping to do a little art. I've been doing a couple sketches for some things. So, unfortunately, you guys are going to get base model ideas and stuff, but I'm going to hold off on sketching out too many details. So that way, maybe we can try and do that um, later. Maybe I might do the sketch part and then do the line art. Who knows? Either way, it's just going to be chill and earlier. So that way, because I know some of my some of the followers that follow me here have earlier times, like their time zones are a little different, so catching an earlier stream would be better. So I'm hoping that when I do stream on weekends, it will be earlier in the day. So yeah. Other than that, I had found this one game, the game that we're playing tonight called Death and Taxes. I found this game and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks fun during the sale. And so I ended up getting the demo first to see how that went, and I had a blast playing it. So I'm hoping that the full game in itself is a lot of fun too. It's pretty funny, it's pretty hilarious, and there's also streamer mode, so if there's like more people in and more people commenting and things like that, maybe we'll enable it, but for right now I'm probably not going to. But if there's more of an audience, then oh yeah, I'll definitely try. um and before I forget, a couple of days ago, I saw that Dune Master 2022 followed me, so thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. So I hope you enjoy your stay here, and I hope you catch some streams and just have a fun time. Um, so that's it in terms of some introductory stuff I wanted to go over. Um, So if that's over and done with, I talk to myself as I say that, then I think we should get started. So let me pause my music here. Give me 1 second. I apologize for the wait. Ah, ooh, sorry. Yeah, some stuff is still freaking out a little bit in the background. Hang on. um, do. Okay. Now I was playing around with some of the audio settings earlier, but if it's still too loud or anything, you guys know the drill. Just let me know, and we will get started. Okay, it almost didn't want to play for a second. Okay, so let me look at some of the settings here real quick. Make sure nothing's too loud. I think we can go a little louder. All I have to go on is like a little crow for the master. Ooh. Well, that was significantly louder. Um. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry. I'm testing some audio peaking. Okay, it looks like we're good. So if you can see right here, it says like the streamer settings. So I did want to show you guys at least what this looks like. So it's enabling the streamer mode. I would have to punch this in ahead of time, but like I said, we're not going to do it at the moment right now. But it says if streamer mode is enabled, a bot named Reaper Beep Boop will join your channel's chat. A red book will appear on your desk in-game, so that way viewers can vote by sending special chat messages specified here, which is the command here, and it looks like you can adjust them to your liking as well. So it says click on the red book. Clicking on the red book would start the vote and will show you the results once the timer runs out. So basically, you guys would vote, and then within the time span of 30 seconds or whatever I want to change it to, then the most votes would be the winner. Clicking the book while a vote is in progress will stop, and it will close it and stop the vote. Now, I don't know if this like forcibly gives you guys the ability to vote, like automatically hitting die or spare in this, or if it doesn't do that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works, but we'll definitely need like more people to do that. So that's it in terms of what I wanted to do. So let me double check some audio stuff. I'm gonna turn down just a tad. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we are. So what we're gonna do is adjust it once more. I'm scared to change my OBS settings because that's like more universal, that's more set, and I'm worried that if I change that, it's gonna change everything and break something in OBS if I'm not careful. Okay, so we'll start a new game, and then we can adjust some stuff as we go along. So we'll start new game. I already got an achievement called Lemons. So, oh, Fate, Keeper of World Order. We're missing some lemons. So I mentioned before that I played the demo of this, and it looks like this is very similar to how the demo started. I had so much fun with the demo that I'm so excited to play the whole thing. So we got a Beatles reference. All right, into the market he goes to grab our lemons.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Boop. What is this? They added sound effects. Back into his house he goes. So, ooh, the Grim Reaper, aka you, me. So, um, in here we can kind of adjust how we look. Well, we're seeing greed, we're seeing money, little makeup, little ghost. So it doesn't look like we have too many options at the moment. Ooh, ooh, isn't that flashy? We got hot rod flames. Hmm. So tempted. I'm so tempted. We're gonna be a happy little Grim Reaper. We're gonna be excited to work here. If we're gonna have to work and slave away at a typical 9 to 5, you know we're gonna do it with pizzazz, with fun. Oh, he looks like a mess, but I'm here for it. Begin the bureaucratic afterlife. Yes, I would.
Finally, the new spawn has awoken.
Hope that's loud enough. I adjust some settings.
What a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn. Hang on. Spawn number 5-4.
That might be a little too loud. Let me adjust some audio here once more.
I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order.
Keeper of World Order. So where am I? What is this? What am I? Well, hello. It's a pleasure to meet you, Fate. Or I don't much care for being just 54. Can I be Fate? Let's see. Where am I? What is this?
Straight to the point. Great. You are in my office, here to work as a Grim Reaper. Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the
Cosmopolis.
Sun County Wine Region.
Ooh, we're in charge of a wine region.
I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff. As it is your first day, try to get to know the system, and do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see? Right, yes. Clear?
Wait, I have to kill people? I'm not ready for this. Okay, whatever you say, boss. Or, will I get paid for this? Eternal salary?
Most certainly.
Excuse
The
me.
contract stipulates that every death gets a fair salary based on their performance accuracy.
Okay.
Marking profiles correctly is the most important task. If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all.
Oh, shoot.
Errors in secondary tasks will reduce the total even if the primary task is executed correctly.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Remember, the fate of the world lies in your hands. Humans march towards the great dying. They always teeter on the precipice. creating endless chaos. We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check. For that reason, your actions will have consequences.
Ooh. Alright, where do I work? I was born to do this. Why me? Or whatever, let's just get this over with. But why me?
Because someone has to. Come along. I will now show you your workplace.
Someone has to.
One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed.
Assessed.
1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
Alright, I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. Let's see. Let me... Well, I can't turn up the voice higher, so let's turn the music down just a little bit. Turn you up. We should be okay. I just noticed that the voice was peaking, but then as soon as the music comes back in, that turns just as loud as the voices, so I'm not sure how to go about fixing that. Alright, so. So there's a bar here. I wonder if there are other Grims there. So Cerberus's Den. Feed your soul. Open on the weekends. And then, so like I said before, I've done the demo for this, and we can put stuff in and out of these drawers. Basically, we're given some clients and a letter from Fate, our boss, to where we have to pick and choose who lives and who dies while following the rules in this. And then we have a nifty little cell phone so we can see our progress on things. So we don't see anything now, but we'll see stuff as the week goes on. So let's see. Welcome, Grim. Here are the files on humans who are in life-threatening situations within your domain. I'm granting you time to settle in, so no difficult rules and requests as of today. So the quota for the day is 1 human has to die. Send me the files by fax after you have made your decision. Good luck on your first day. Fate. Alright. So that's our quota. This is our marker that we pick. And so now we can take a look. Ooh. So now we can take a look at the cases here and see what we want. So, our first one is Gunther Felick, age 40, and is a journalist. So more often than not, Gunther finds himself in dangerous situations due to their curious nature and profession. They haven't had a chance to build a family because of their risky life choices, but hope to settle down eventually. At the moment, they're undercover, working for a minor drug lord trying to expose corrupt police. Ooh, other way around in terms of being undercover. And then Jonathan Carey, age 39, positioned as a lawyer. So Jonathan enjoys doing pro bono work at various penal facilities all over the country in order to reduce sentences of minor offenders. In their free time, they like to go train spotting with friends and family. So, 1 human has to die, so unfortunately one of these 2 are out of here. And so we have to basically make the decision on who lives or who dies. So, and then, to my knowledge, as of right now, they're permanent, the choices are, but I think there might be a way to erase it if you, like, accidentally mark the wrong person to live or die and so on. So, let's see here. I mean, So this guy's trying to expose corrupt police, whereas Jonathan is trying to just... That's it. Just being a lawyer. So, let's see. So it seems like Jonathan is a pretty decent dude. So I think for this go around, I think I'm gonna let John live. Because again, he's working at various facilities all over the country in order to reduce sentences of minor offenders. So he's doing good. Not to say that, Gunther trying to expose corrupt police is bad, but I think for this time around, we'll let Jonathan Carey live. That's some ominous music. Let him die. So that's our quota. And so then what we do next is we just feed in one of these, confirm our choices, and let it be off. Oh! This is new. I don't remember this one. Oh! This is cool! They didn't have the elevator the last time. Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium, but I don't have any money. That's what I'm assuming he is. Can I go in?
What ho, customer! Welcome to Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium.
Look how happy!
As you may guess, I am Mortimer. The Mortimer. The one you may have heard of. The famous, nay, infamous Quartermaster.
Never heard of you before. What makes you infamous? The Mortimer. An honor to meet such a legend.
Why, I was the very pirate king of lore, feared across the world. Even as I have grown most humble with age, I still carry within me glory days.
Cool. Sure, okay. Can I buy stuff here?
Aye, ye are visiting me ultimate dream, the Emporium. Browse at your will.
Whoa. A seriously terror-inducing visage. But then again, who wouldn't want to look like an antediluvian monstrosity? Besides, tentacles are extremely useful and practical. The face of the great old one. It's clothing. Okay. There... Renodi to Desolation is a widget. So peculiar flex twirl disquietingly inside this glass globe, never settling. In the middle of the storm stands figures too difficult to discern. Everything seems to be in a state of constant transfiguration. And then ephemeral mortality. A coin, the thing which usually makes up the largest portion of any buried treasure. But see, we don't have any money, so we'll have to go back to the elevator. But it's good to know that he's got good stuff. I'm excited. Oh! Oh, I can't go in there! Okay. Can I go here? No. The Grim Office? Oh, that's where we work currently. Looks like dressing room. I need a mirror for this. Some beds? This is an interesting office building. Guess we're going to Fate's office.
Oh, the new death spawn. Welcome. How was your first day?
Really good. Okay, I guess. Bad. A person died. Aww. And I hate following orders. I think it went okay, I guess.
Good, good. I understand it may take time to get acclimated. Everyone goes through that phase. Remember, lives are on the line.
Oh, no cat's falling asleep.
I see exactly one person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice?
Nobody deserves to die. The best, there were only 2 options. I did. No, I didn't. There were only 2
Indeed.
options.
I am glad you are paying attention. In the future, I may require you to make more difficult choices.
Oh boy.
Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Questions?
I still don't understand what exactly I'm supposed to do. No, I think I'm ready for anything.
Keep your eye on the letter for future guidelines, and keep up the good work.
You got it.
A new day awaits. Off you go now.
Okie dokie. Oh! I did get paid. Huh, okay. I get a daily salary, it looks like. Oh, I wonder if I have the card on the desk, if I can get into Cerberus's den. Because I can't do it, it's blacked out right now. Maybe I'll have it sitting on the desk next time and see if I can get in afterwards. So, personal quarters. Sure, I'll end the day. Little janitor on the table, that's so cute. This is so nifty, I love this. Ooh, shiny! What's that noise? Okay. Crow's Nest. Journalist on a covert operation disappears. New dangerous drugs flooding the market seemingly undisturbed. Oh no. But also Crow News. Local hobbyist wins photo competition with fabulous frames of a freight train caught in a storm. Ooh. So we'll take this out. Oh, open on weekends. Okay. I don't know what today is. Is my money wailing? Cha-ching! What is it doing? Okay, okay, I'll stop. Morning Grim, I hope you found your accommodations adequate. Here are the rules of the day. Follow them and you will be okay. Hey, that rhymed. I'm handing you another simple task. Quota for the day, 1 human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. And this money has to stop wailing. There we go. Business as usual. Fate. Okay, so let's see. We have a couple names today. Actually, can I put the marker in here while we take a look at all of these 3 so I don't accidentally mark the wrong person of things? Okay. So we have Kuniokawa, age 57, immunologist. Kunio hopes to unlock the secrets of the immune system and make it more efficient in fighting diseases. They found a promising new approach in gene therapy. Kunio spends most of their time in the lab, but tries to go drinking with their colleagues whenever possible. Then we have Verity Hawthorne, age 55, industrial chemist. Verity has been working at the pharmaceutical industry for decades, trying to find a decelerator for aging. Ooh. While lately it seems that the discovery might actually come from genetics, Verity is certain they can concoct some sort of chemical compound that gets the job done. Well, that's interesting. And then Ashaki Conroy, age 30, landscape architect. So Ashaki loves nature and enjoys planning, so they decide to put these 2 together. Their main expertise in the environmental restoration, reintroducing balanced habitats into abandoned industrial areas. They're an avid drawing enthusiast, often seen sketching wildlife in pencil art. Aw, that's so sweet. Oops. So the letter, I'm gonna set you down real quick. So the quota for the day, again, is one human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. Huh. Engineering. So, but then industrial. So, so Verity looks like, yeah. Engineering background or industrial. So, I'm taking a look at some things. I'm kind of curious to see how Verity's will play out, but I don't know. None of these people have really done anything wrong. They all seem like some pretty good people, so let's see. One human with an engineering or industrial background. Yeah, Verity Hawthorne. This is an interesting one indeed. Very interesting. So, I think for this case, my money's gotta stop wailing. I think for this one, we're going to let Kunio live. And then I think just for the sake of making sure we're doing it right, I think we're gonna let Verity... I feel bad for saying this. I think we're gonna let Verity die. And my money has got to stop wailing on me. Goodness. Okay. So, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I saw that somewhere on there. Okay. Yes. I think we're good. It's the end of the day. So I don't think we have anything else we really need to go to, so let's go talk with Death. Or
Grim.
Fate.
How was the second day on the job?
It was good.
Good. So, did you follow the rules properly?
I did. Almost. Maybe. I don't really know. Nope. Not at all. I think I did.
Great. Yes, everything looks to be in order.
Oh, yay.
Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you down.
Sounds great. I still don't know what I'm doing. I hope I get to kill more people. Can I get a vacation? We're only on our second day and we're asking for a vacation. My goodness. But can I, though?
Nope.
Oh.
Rest well. You will need it. See you soon.
All right. Oh, wow, those are some loud purrs. The cat purrs softly. I hope I get to pet the cat. All right, we got some more money. Can we buy anything from the quartermaster's
Jolly
emporium yet?
Roger! Again ye honor me tiny abode with your visit.
Yes. Ooh, I can buy stuff. Nice. Okay. So, Autumn Falls. A cursed gourd. A cursed gourd. It's clothing. Autumn Falls. This elegant countenance is meant to be worn for celebrations during the gloomiest time of the year. It really brings out the eyes. Those deep, soulless, empty, dark eyes. And then we have a photic reflector, which is just a mirror. A looking glass. gazing ultimately deep into the abyssal depths of the underworld. It reflects everything. Well, mostly just you. Oops. Does it say oops? What are these names? What is that? Levian Obliviator? What? The Levian I can't say that word all of a sudden. Why am I having trouble? Lythian Obliviator is used to remove grievous mistakes, meaning it erases whichever mark you made on a profile. Only one use only. Well, I want the mirror because I want to be able to change my outfits later. But the gourd sounds really fun. Like, I want to see that in clothing, but for now, we'll just get the mirror so that way next time we get it, we can actually change into it. So, yes.
Oh, 'tis wondrous marvel. Once upon me and me crew sailed the southern seas and came across an accursed lighthouse. Plundered the lot of it, even the mirrors. Built the frame from beautiful driftwood washed ashore from the ship we rammed into. Covered it in all gold, too, course. I, a proper beauty.
Oh my god, I can still buy the gourd! Oh! Yes, we're buying it.
Ah, a spooky tale if there was one. Stumbled upon a gothic-like castle during me travels once. Seemed like good looting at first, but nay, a monster hunted them corridors. Head large and round, eyes shining like two lamps aflame. 'Twas paralyzing. Never have I been so frightened of anything in me life. Turns out, it was the Baron who'd got the curse of the were-pumpkin. Only happens during full moons, though. And even then, only 1 month a year. So 'tis not much of a curse.
Just a minor inconvenience every now and then. Alright, so now I'm officially out of money. But that's okay. Because now we have a mirror that we can use. Oh! To get stuff! Flower power. Golden. I am pretty. Oh, so pretty. Poltergeist. Pumpkin. We don't even have eyes. Never mind. So it's like we get the pumpkin and we can do anything. Oh my god. We have all the Pumpkin King. Oh my gosh. We're a discount Jack Skellington. Rotten. Starving. A winter vegetable. And a bonehead. Let's see. I kind of like the starving eyes. I don't know why. He just looks like a happy little dude. Lit. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna have to change my appearance to look like this. We have a little pumpkin head! This is so cute! Yes, I would like to end the day. I love this. We got a lot available this time around. Okay, crow news. Deserted sand quarry turns into an ecological sanctuary, attracts rare bird species. Ooh. Local scoop. Bowling ball flies off the finger of a very drunken doctor, crushes foot of colleague. Oh no! Modern health. Research suggests effective genetic engineering still decades away. Oh no. Pros news. Chemist uses experimental anti-aging drug on themselves, grow younger until finally ceases to exist. Ooh. Politico government to seek the ban of dangerous de-aging research. Ah, that's where we have the consequences. So now it's banned. Interesting. So what's in the spawn mail today? Morning, Grim. A new day dawns. You ought to know the drill by now, but just in case, here's another simple one. No special requests today. Try to follow the rules and choose the appropriate profiles, then send them to me by fax. Quota for the day, 2 humans have to die. Keep up the good work. Fate. Alright. So only 2 have to die, and there's no special requests today, so if someone has like an anti-aging serum that they want to test out this time around, they can do that probably. Alright, let's see what we've got. So, we'll start with these 3. So we have Columba Hunter, age 47, an airplane pilot. Columba is a distinguished war veteran, these days working as a well-regarded passenger airplane pilot. They're happily married and have 5 children. As a hobby, Columba is extremely interested in the history of religious buildings. Sounds like a pretty upstanding citizen right here. Florence Olua, I think? Age 26, an organizer. Florence is one of the central organizers behind canvassing for the re-election of popular politician Baron Sayander. While not engaged in political campaigning, Florence enjoys long bike rides and tending to their small garden. So also pretty wholesome individual right here. Then we have 3 more. So then we have Emiko Iwaoka? I am so sorry, I'm going to be butchering names this whole stream because I have no idea what half of these pronunciations are. So I'm sorry ahead of time. Age 79, retired. Emiko worked hard their whole life, but when retirement knocked, they switched to full fun and games mode. These days, they spend some time taking care of their garden, but most of their time playing team-based online multiplayer shooters. Oh, hello, Fern, if I can read, sorry. Hello, nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. We're playing some Death and Taxes. I've played the demo of this, but this is my this is my first time playing the official game, and so we're on day 3. So, not a whole lot to go with yet, so it's just a lot of reading to try and see who we want to spare and who we want to let die as the Grim Reaper. So, if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. So, ooh, she disappeared out of those 2. Okay, so our next 2 is Keely or Kaylee. Oh god. Iphigenia? We're just gonna go with that. Didn't think taxes could follow us to death. The price to pay for living, I guess, is... You would think, at least, you know, okay, this is gonna sound a little weird if you weren't here for the very beginning of it, but we were created by fate, and fate made us out of lemons. Get it? Because if life gives you lemons. So we're made out, we're technically not like a human ourselves, we're made out of supermarket lemons. So, you know, we can't really follow along with the human world at the moment, so we're trying our best. And ended up getting a pumpkin head in return, so I can show you what my character looks like after this, after I figure out who to let live and let die. So let's see here. Keely is 52 years old and a student. Keely decided to return to school to finish their education. Oh my gosh, thank you for the follow as well. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, Keely decided to return to school to finish their education after their 4 kids grew up and went to find their own paths. While progress is difficult after such a long pause, Keely is dedicated and diligent. While not at school, they write slam poetry. Oddly specific. what even is slam poetry? Is that like making fun of people or slam? What is that? I'm gonna have to look that up later. Okay, and then our last guy here. I gotta not be distracted. This is how I am on my own workday. Leo. Oh God, Leo. Bojarski? Oh God, I have no idea. Leo, we'll just call him Leo, is a politician. You know that can only lead to good. Leo has been in politics for over 40 years, and in that time they've worked hard on relaxing the government's meddling in the real estate market. Oh. Although nobody has found proper proof, there have been rumors that Leo has taken many bribes from a number of realtor agencies. Oh. Let's see. Okay. So, I think out of these, so our quota for the day is that we only have to kill 2 humans. No specific requests like yesterday where we had to kill some kind of industrial engineer. This one we just have to kill 2, or let 2 die, I guess. I'm not sure who. But I think for this one, Columba seems like a pretty decent individual. As an airplane pilot, happily married, just interested in religious buildings, seems very, very upstanding. So I think I'm gonna let Columba live. And I have to know what this slam poetry is. I'm sorry. I have to know what this is. So I'm gonna have to let Keely live just for that alone. So I'm easy to please. I'm an easy death to please. Let's see. So I think for this one... Okay, that's not the same person. Okay, so Florence is an organizer behind the politician Baron Sayander, who we might see later, I'm not sure. So, do we have any suggestions for, like, the remaining 3 in terms of... Because we have to have 2 die, and we only have 3 left, so that means only one of these people get to live, and then the other 2 have to die. So if anyone in the chat has a recommendation, or just out of sheer curiosity, if you have any say, feel free. I wouldn't mind saying that I got some advice from, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, the void. So... They all seem fine. The only thing iffy, to be honest, about any of these is, like, this guy, Leo, potentially taking bribes from a number of realtor agencies. Well, in this. I mean, Leo has taken bribes. I mean, no one has found the proper proof yet, which makes it, you know, morally gray, or in terms of having to fill these out, but I mean, that is true. We could probably let Leo die. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I think we can let him. Sorry, Leo. I gotta fill my quota in for the day. Okay. And so now we have Emiko and Florence. So Emiko, so you don't have to read the whole thing again, is let it die, let it die. Absolutely. So just as a reminder, so we don't have to read the whole text again, is Emiko's retired and just spends a lot of her time, or a lot of their time, playing online shooters. And then Florence is an organizer for a popular politician, but not engaged in the political campaigning itself. So, let's see. I mean, they both seem fine, but who knows? Maybe Emiko streams as well. We don't know that. Let's see. I think this time around, I think we'll let... I have no idea how nice this politician is, but I am curious to see where it goes. So I think for potential drama in the world and keeping some kind of a balance, because we have to maintain a quote-unquote balance for this too, I think I'm gonna let Florence live, and then maybe let Emiko die? I don't wanna, but I think for this time around, I think that's what we're gonna do, just to kind of see what happens in the long run. So, also, I'm sorry if my vocal fry is getting a little out of hand. And I'll take a water break here in just a second. So then once we're done in terms of picking who we want to pick, then we move it back there, and there we go. Backs it over to Fate. As you can see, I bought a little pumpkin from our shop, so... and I'm just using the mouse wheel to scroll. So basically down here is Quartermaster Mortimer's Plunder Emporium. So once we get paid, we can go over here to grab some stuff. So I bought a mirror to actually change my appearance, and I bought a pumpkin, which has a couple aesthetic settings. So you can take a look at what looks cool and make your Grim Reaper look fabulous. So I think this time around, because we do get paid daily, which is very nice, so let's talk to Fate and get paid first.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel?
Aw, Fate's little cat's asleep. How cute. Awesome, balancing the world, getting things done. Fine, more or less. It's still a bit confusing, or I feel hungry all the time. How is that even possible? You know I gotta pick this one.
Probably some of the psychic residue left over from the creation. Making a death is not simplistic alchemy.
Also, I'm sorry if Fate's voice is significantly lower. Like, Mortimer is not nearly this quiet. It's only Fate, so if you can't hear him, I'm sorry. But I hope the volume's alright.
Now, let me take a look at the files you sent in today.
I'm gonna take a water break real quick, so...
Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles.
Alright, perfect. It's all good. Alright, good.
There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
One of these days, it's gonna let me pet the cat. I hope. Alright, so we got paid 300, so we did a really good job. So, we can either go back to the Emporium, see what Mortimer has, or we can just go to bed. So I think this time around I'm just gonna go to bed so we can get more money tomorrow. But just as a heads up, this is what I look like right now. This is what our death looks like. A little bit of a scary guy, but that's alright. Fate will decide that. Yeah, I hope so. I hope. So, you know, I have a typical Grim Reaper type face, which has its own various types of cosmetics. But then I bought the pumpkin and was like, well, I can't not have a pumpkin head now. There's no way. So, and then I found that the lit tuxedo looks the best, so that's what we're going with. So, dressed to kill. Nice. Isn't it? Such a very dapper pumpkin. When I bought the pumpkin, Mortimer was talking to me about seeing someone who was cursed to be a were-pumpkin, but it was only like 1 month out of the whole year that it happened. So, we might be a were-pumpkin now, who knows? We'll end the day, and then we'll go back to work. This is our money. So we'll just store that away right now because our money is making noise at us, is yelling at us. So I still don't know what's up with that. So then once we're done for the day and then we go into the next day, our phone kind of tells us what happened due to our decisions on who lives and who dies. So we'll go take a look at our phone, and because we had like 5 people, it's going to be a little bit of a read, but that's all right. So under Crow News, all survived in a plane crash due to skillful efforts of pilot. So hooray! Crow's News, local politician dead after being struck by a car. Police have not yet ruled out a deliberate hit. Ooh. Yikes. Politician Baron Sander leading in the polls by a wide margin. And then local scoop, the world's oldest person still around and kicking. So, not too much in terms of consequences yet, but we're getting there. So then our rules for the day is... Grim, have you looked outside today? It rains. It's been raining for hours. Appropriate to accompany the despondence within me. Well, here are some rules for you. Quota of the day, 3 humans have to die. Aw. Another day, another death. Fate. So, unfortunately, wow. So out of the 5, 5, I can't count. Out of the 5, we gotta kill 3 of them, so only 2 can live. So we'll start with these 3. All look like some dapper individuals here. Whoops. Okay. So we have Casper Sursalu? Casper Susalu? Age 26 and a teacher. This prominently right-handed teacher enjoys playing a lot of tabletop role-playing games in the vein of Beasts and Swords or Cavernous Horrors of Death. They're deathly afraid of bugs, critters, and other such crawling beasts. Oh no. And then Connor C. Noland, age 43 and a film director. Connor is an avid fan of found-footage horror, which inspired them into directing films of their own. They recently released a series of educational videos using the found-footage aesthetic titled How Not to Get Stabbed: The Fundamentals of Knife Battles. Okay. And then Lucas Calaby, age 32, a getaway driver. Lucas got tangled in the whole organized crime web at an early age, through debts their brother had incurred. To settle the score, Lucas was forced into working as a driver, although, as of late, they seem to have been getting their hands dirtier. Grim, I am watching. You should mark this person to live. Fate. Fate? Is fate testing me to see if I'm reading all of these? Should mark this profile to live. Oh dear. I wonder if I get paid extra if I listen to that. Interesting. Interesting pick for that one. I remember in the demo I had something similar, but it was like for a coffee barista who didn't like coffee, and fate was like, let them live. Let them live. No reasoning as to why, just let them live. Alright, so then we have Kyo Akihito, age 42 and a farmer. Kyo has lived in 4 different countries, finally setting down in the Sun County wine region, which is where we're observing, I guess is the word, where they now work as a viticulturist. They enjoy fast food, cooking, and horse riding, and have 7 grandchildren who visit often. Aww. Dude! 114?! God, my man's old! Justice Esuscree? Esuscree? Just Justice, I think. Takes the greatest pleasure in listening to wondrous bird songs every morning after waking up. They spend most of their time at home as moving around has become burdensome, although it's still possible. They love vanilla ice cream and bananas. Oh, what a wholesome old man. Oh. So that's what they were talking about in terms of the world's oldest person still around and kicking. Oh. Alright. So, I think to follow fate, we are gonna have to list this one to live. I almost hovered over the die. Whoops. Should mark this profile to live. I'm gonna do that to see if I get paid extra. I hope I get paid extra. And then... So then we only, out of these 4, only one other person gets to live. And I kind of want it to be Justice. Only because I want to see just how long he can go. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't... I mean, it says that moving around still has become burdensome, but at least it's not. It says 3 humans have to die. So. Aww. Let's see here. I don't know, should we let Justice kick the bucket at and cap it at 114 years old? Or should we let one of these other people live? Let's see. Oh, this is the film director who made How Not to Get Stabbed, The Fundamentals of Knife Battles. Casper, who is a teacher that plays a lot of this world's equivalent to D&D. And then Kyo, who now works as a deculturist. I need that film. Are we letting Connor live then, so that way we can watch the film? We better be able to watch the film. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also kind of curious. Not the loving granny. Oh no. Even the chat's getting conflicted. Let's see here. I think we can let... this is gonna... I say it so casually. I think we can let Casper kick the bucket. I think. I don't want to kill any of them, but I have to meet my quota. Because I want to get paid. I want to get more stuff from Mortimer. I know that's really selfish, but... So, I think we're gonna let Casper die. As much as I love D&D myself, I'm sorry, Casper. So then we just have Connor, Kyo, Justice. I think we can probably let Justice die. I mean, it's... I think so. I think I'm gonna let Justice kick the bucket. So, sorry, we're capping the world's oldest individual at 114. So now all that's left is Kyo and Connor. And I kind of want to see just how further we can get with those films. I think I might have to do that. I mean, what are all these people getting into that's causing them to... We're in one county, right? We're in charge of one county. How are all these people dying in the first place? Um, Ooh, it's a tough choice. Um, I'm second guessing myself. I need to not do that. I need to pick. I think for fun's sake, I think I'm gonna let Connor live. I think I'm gonna do it. Solely because I just want to see that film. So. Ugh. I wonder what all these quotas are from anyway. Like, how are we getting these numbers? Like, why did 3 people have to die today? Not sure.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick.
Okay.
All the profiles are here, just as requested. Excellent work.
Thank you.
You even adhered to my little test note. I commend you for exhibiting vigilance. I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride growing within me. I did not expect you to turn out such a good and dedicated Reaper.
His expectations were way low then.
If you keep this up, you will get far. You may be even promoted to a middle management position.
Middle management.
Imagine the possibilities.
Middle management of what? Oh, the cat emits a delighted meow at the prospect. Okay, anything for you.
Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Until tomorrow. Any approved look from the cat, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll do anything. Alright, let's see what Mortimer's got in stock this time.
What ho! How can me humble and not at all adventurous self assist you today?
Alright, what have we got? Boo the Gerbil! A perfectly regular-sized toy gerbil made out of rubber. Ethereal resonator. This resonator collates accelerated electromagnetic waves of various frequencies generated by the artificial vibration of eternal recurrence, which travel through the ether and then blasts them at you. AKA the radio. Good lord. And then the calavera. Clothing. Only a noble craftsman can craft an alphinique of this caliber. Exquisite, tasty, no one can deny I'd have the sweetest possible visage if I wore this. I kinda want the gerbil. I kinda want Boo. Yes, I'm gonna buy Boo the gerbil.
Cord blimey, how did this wee monster even get here? 'Tis not really all that valuable plunder.
Oh.
Found the tiny fellow on the riverbanks of Styx itself. A lifeless, adorable thing.
Aw.
Can't imagine it being useful for anything. But sure makes delightful squeaks when ye stroke it.
I get my own little pet now. Alright, we're gonna hold off for now on buying anything else. I don't need the mask because I got pumpkin instead. We'll get that radio another time. I just really wanted Boo the gerbil. Oh, I can't check it yet until the morning. Shoot. Okay, fine. Watch Boo the gerbil be like the most useful widget in the game. Oh! Wait, did you guys hear that? It's so cute! This is the best purchase I've ever made in my life. It'll be my emotional support gerbil. Alright, what does the news have to say this time? Crow News. Death of viticulturist drastically lowers the overall quality of wines from Sun County. We need one IRL. Okay, alright, developers of this game, if you can hear me right now, if you make Boo the Gerbil like a plush, I will buy 20 of them to support it. If you start a Kickstarter, I will buy it. I will buy Boo the Gerbil. I'm addicted to plushes, I swear I have so many. What's one more, right? Alright, MeTube. The flop disc episode 57. How Not to Get Stabbed provides endless amount of hilarity and ineptness. Crow's Nest. A syndicate of mobsters was taken down yesterday during a late-night raid. Police say they'd been monitoring the group for a while thanks to an anonymous tip. Crow's Nest. World oldest person finally sheds their mortal coil at the incredible age at 114. Crow's Nest. A freak emu-related accident claims the life of a young teacher. Oh no! And then Science Today. Dormant plague bacteria discovered in permafrost. Waiting to be released. What? Dormant plague bacteria discovered in permafrost, waiting to be released. That is the apocalypse waiting to happen. I'm gonna be doing that so much. You guys are gonna get so tired of me. Alright. Morning, Grim. Good, you're paying attention after all. We cannot allow workers to doze off or become complacent, else mistakes may sneak into the workflow pipeline. Quota for the day, 2 humans have to die. Spare any humans with a science background. I hope you are enjoying the routine. Wait. I'm enjoying it, like, 10 times more now that I have Boo the Gerbil. Oh! Okay, I'll stop. Okay. What have we got? So, what did it say? Only 2 have to die, but then spare any humans with a science background. So we have what? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we have 6. I can't count. Okay. So, A.G. Kanika, age 31, an inmate. A.G. is currently incarcerated at the local jail for producing hard drugs at the Organic Wow, I can't read. At the Organic Synthesis Lab. I can't read. They had access to as a chemistry student. They still dream of finishing their degree program after getting out of jail. AG now wishes to be a diplomat, as they are constantly negotiating gang deals in jail and surviving. Does that count as a science background? If they were a chemistry student? I don't know. Put that one in the iffy. Zara Sial? Zara Sial. What begun an asteroid hunter. What begun as constant stargazing as a child turned into a career of astronomy. Zara's main goal is to find asteroids that could potentially hit the planet and alert the asteroid destroyer unit in the military. The asteroid destroyer unit. Oh my goodness. What are these names? Lillian Kerr. Lillian Kerr, a climate scientist. Lillian hails from a small village on the coast where they spent their early years studying ichthyology? What is that? This later inspired them to turn their attention toward global matters, to the what are these words? Multitudinous interrelated networks that make up our planet. God, I am so sorry. God, and I thought Paradise Killer was bad when I had to try and pronounce all that Romanian. All that Romanian language. Benton Serrano, age 36, a comic artist and a podcaster. Benton, an artist and writer of graphic novels, is often full of sighs and ill religion. They host together with a pal a religion-themed podcast without being a jerk towards the beliefs of others. Aw, nice how they, without being a jerk towards the beliefs of others. That's really sweet. It's a pleasant listen that brings bi-weekly amusement in their free time. They're dedicated to crafting intricate poems in many languages. Eijiro Benkele? Eijiro, an archaeologist. Eijiro is currently organizing an excavation in the colder regions, digging up some permafrost in the hopes of finding artifacts from the fabled age of the colossal hamsters. What? The colossal hamsters. Oh, wait! Permafrost. Hang on. A dormant plague bacteria discovered in permafrost. Waiting to be released. Oh. Do we have to kill Eijiro to make sure that the bacteria doesn't get out? Ooh. Maybe, if we want to keep the world balanced. And then Nora Sophia Eto. A white-collar criminal. Wow, okay. Nora turned to regular embezzlement after their multi-level marketing scheme failed. The beauty products and cognitive enhancers were just not selling. All this to pay off their mortgage and to keep their child in a decent school. Nora films claymation shorts in their spare time. What an odd pastime. What an oddly specific pastime. I mean, claymation's awesome, but oddly specific for an embezzler. Okay. So we have to kill 2 humans with a science, and then spare any humans with a science background. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I had to turn away from the mic there. God, my throat's not the best. I think I'm getting down with a cold, so I'm sorry. I know who died. Yeah. So I think for the sake of making sure that we don't get penalized for doing anything wrong, I think we're gonna count, excuse me, AG as a science background, because they have their chemistry, or had access when they were a chemistry student. I mean, yeah, they're in jail, but I mean, that doesn't negate their chemistry background. So let's see. So the question is, do we keep Eijiro alive and possibly bring the plague back? Let's see. Because he said that I would get docked if too many people die or not enough people die. So if I kill more than one, I'm gonna get docked my pay. If I get less than it, I'm gonna get docked. My pay's gonna get docked. Oh, sorry. That came out of nowhere. I apologize for all the coughing all of a sudden. So you're obviously like a just got an achievement. To be or not to be. Is this because I'm taking too long? I'm taking too long to fill it out. I got an achievement. That's not fair. might raise some awareness if the guy who finds it just dies. Yeah. Alright, well, you're definitely living because scientist is in your name. That's for sure. I can't believe I just got an achievement for taking too long on this. Or maybe it's like going through all of these a certain number of times. I'm not sure. Either way, it made fun of me, and I don't like it. Then again, World War Z doesn't sound fun. No, it doesn't. But I mean, it might not be the zombie virus. It might just be, you know, the Black Plague 2.0. I mean, is astronomy considered science? Is it? I don't know. Let's see. I think for the sake of being consistent, we'll let AG live. I know he's an inmate, but I don't want to like mistake it and say science background, no good. And then get docked pay. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do, I think we're gonna let Eiichiro live. I know it's probably not the best idea. We're gonna let the asteroid hunter live. How could you let someone die with that cool of a title? Like, they're gonna let Zara live. So, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna let these two probably pass. But archaeologist isn't really... I'm curious. Maybe our actions will have consequences and we have like a bigger workload tomorrow if we let if we let Eiichiro live. But archaeology is not necessarily science. At least I don't think it is. But then these two aren't like science. You know what? We're gonna let you live. I'm curious to see how this works. We have Boo, our emotional support gerbil. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's probably not gonna be fine, but it's gonna be a fun time anyway. I'm sorry. Yes. Oh boy. What the? What's in my dressing room?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
That's exactly the question, ain't it?
Why are you so quiet? Who are you? What are you? I must be losing my mind. Who are you? That caught me off guard.
We are the exalted Chimera, envied by all the blind, arrogant fools. We are Angst Exmelio. We are nothing. A despicable failure. We are Elan Vital, the guide who won't lead astray. If only you learn to listen. We are deaf. How does it feel?
What does what feel? I don't understand. Feels fine. I don't have time for whatever this is. How about you leave me alone? What does what feel? I don't understand.
You know, dying. You do remember, right? Be seeing you, Reaper. It's a grim world out there.
Boo. Boo. I don't know. We're made out of lemons. I don't know what dying feels like.
What a day, Grim. What a day. Let us go over your conduct first.
Okay.
Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order.
Okay, I didn't get docked anything, I don't think.
Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How
It's
does it feel to make the difficult choices?
already been 5 days? Oh my gosh. I didn't like it at first, but I've grown to enjoy it. Meh, a job like any other. Honestly, I feel like I'm not killing enough people. I crave more. I still feel awful about every choice. Every moment is living hell. I hate this job. Meh, it's a job like any other. Growing jaded to it, which is probably not a good sign.
Is it, though? I can almost imagine what a normal, basic, dreadful, everyday job would feel like.
Oh, aren't you spoiled for not having to know?
But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them?
I'm not sure. Not really. Is there any other way or absolutely? I'm not sure. But I mean, what else is there?
Ah, the question is too difficult. After all, you have not even lived a week.
Yeah.
You have not seen what the tradition has wrought. This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you make?
But you hand out the rules and make me do the choices. Can't worry too much if this is what has to be done. I'm not happy about the situation, no. I mean, I'm gonna throw it back at him because it's like, you're the one who hands me the rules in the first place. I would've let more people live in that last bunch.
True enough. One must be in charge. The others are there to follow.
I wonder if we let, like, one of them live, that we accidentally cause a final destination or something.
The office is perennial and venerated. Eons we have spent designing the appropriate methods and strategies. We know what we are doing. Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Before you go, are there any questions you would like to ask me?
Yes, I would. Why haven't I seen any underage profiles? What's the basis for the profiles? Is there a point system? Or why do all of the profiles refer to people as they? An alternative. Throw the papers in the air and catch those who die. That's when you know you're too bored at work, where you're just like, up we go. That could definitely work, but I also want to get paid the full amount by listening to the directions. maybe in the next not alteration, but the next Grim Reaper can be a little more rebellious. We'll see. But yeah, why haven't we seen any, like, underage profiles yet?
The children. They are a special case, for a different set of departments to deal with.
Oh.
You will not find any yourself.
Oh, okay, so we have different departments for different age groups. So, are there many offices or departments?
Countless.
And they all have Reapers working for them? How many Reapers are out there?
Infinite.
Really? Wow.
Close enough. Anything else?
Oh, I got a new question. What about animals? Do they get a department?
Absolutely.
Oh!
All living beings have to be processed after the end. No escape.
Wonder how I want to work in the pet department.
Even plants.
Oh, that might be
Yes,
worse,
there is a
actually.
department for plants. Do not ask about the plant department.
Don't ask about the plant department. We don't talk about the plant department.
Anything else?
I'm thinking about it now, and like maybe working in the animal department might not be the best. If I'm struggling this much with humans, imagine how much I would struggle with pets. Oh dear. Maybe just transfer me over to the plant department. That doesn't seem too bad. I mean, maybe, perhaps. What about the unliving? Things, buildings, stuff?
Technically, kind of, I guess. Ruins are like a type of dead, but then again, they often feel so alive. I must ponder. This topic is a bit too abstract for now. Let us table it.
Okay, so a plant department is a thing, but apparently a department for buildings and ruins and stuff is too abstract. Okay. Alright, Fate.
Anything else?
What's the basis for the profiles? Is there a point system?
Oh, not at all.
Do they all influence the world in many ways? The humans can't actually affect anything? You don't sound too sure about that. Don't they all influence the world in many ways? Oh, or I can just be complicit. Okay, then. I didn't see that one. You don't sound too sure about that.
I am, quite so.
Is it predetermined? What about free will? Or I'm so confused.
Humans have some free will, sure. They can make a variety of choices, yet what matters is that they cannot escape the inevitable. The life-threatening situations that bring them onto your desk are a result of their own deeds and decisions. Then there are some highly complex calculations, factors and aspects that influence the situation, but that is just a bit over your pay grade, so do not worry about it.
Right, I guess.
Anything else?
Why do all the profiles refer to people as they?
An astute observation. You see, Grim, our office does not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition.
Ah, so no gender information, no ethnic data.
Minimal.
Ah.
Everyone you assess is simply human, after all, excluding any monumental error in normal procedure.
All right.
The bottom line is that the humans end up on your desk and that you must follow the rules.
Doesn't matter who you are. You're gonna be on my desk either way.
Anything else?
That's all I can think of. I want to get back to work. That's all I can think of for the time being.
Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna make Fate stay up all night solely thinking about our buildings, entities that need their own department. Starts booking it to the hills. I don't know. If you do that, you could trip horribly on that hill. You could trip horribly on that hill and still wind up on my desk. So I don't know, maybe a brisk jog might help you get away, but maybe running's not the best idea. Oh dear. Goes to the corner and cries then.
Have ye seen such deals
That could work.
before? 'Tis ye who plunders me.
Oh, there's the eraser again. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the, Lethian Obliviator? I still can't pronounce it. Either way, it's the eraser. With the giant oops on it. And then the glass. Wow, this is an expensive item. Hang on. 1800? Jesus. I only have 700. Everything seems to be in a state of constant transfiguration. Well, now I'm curious to try and buy this. Unholy smokes. Oh, it's clothing. Ah, a visage which is in equal parts bold, rough, smooth, and cool. Straight from the old days, when expensive advertising told me smoking was cool. I'm gonna save up on the globe, actually. I don't think I need any of these. So, I'm gonna save up for that globe. I want to know what that is. What makes it so expensive? Besides, I like my pumpkin self. Achievement unlocked. Curious Grim. Speaking of clothes, love the monochrome with the red and blue pop. Oh, thank you so much! It took a while to come up with the colors. The design was fine in terms of coming up with the designs for the clothes and everything, but the colors originally, a fun fact for this, originally I was going to have like a color palette for each and every season, and so I had everything down, I had almost all the colors, and then I hit summer, and I had no clue what colors to use for summer. It seemed like everything I tried to do, summer just didn't want to work. So then I had to come up with a different plan, and I'm like, well, if I had too many colors, let's go with barely any colors. And so then I had some opinions while I was working on the model, on the color pops, and so one of my friends recommended like the heterochromia, which worked, and all of that. In terms of like lore and stuff, I know I'm a VTuber and everything, and like every VTuber needs lore, but at the moment, I'm just here vibing. I might have some lore later down the line, but as of right now, I'm just a chill streamer. And it looks classy. Oh, thank you! I would show it off the model a little more, but if I I've been having some issues with my software recently, so I'm worried that if I try to move it up and down a little more, it might freak out or completely close on me during the stream. So next time, I can show it off a bit more. But all good, some other time. Yeah, it was like as soon as I hit start streaming this time around, everything just decided to break, so we're just keeping it safe for the time being. Oh no. Okay. So we have more money. I'm accumulating a lot of money. So eventually, maybe I'm planning to do like a bit of an art stream Saturday. That might involve a little bit of my character. So, I mean, you'll definitely be able to see it then, but you know, like on the end cards and everything, start and end cards, the whole design's there. Twitter, which I just started using, so I do have a Twitter, which I'm gonna post like schedule stuff on and everything, is there. I just started it because I actually admittedly never really used Twitter before this, so I don't know what I'm doing, but we're getting it to work. And everything, so you'll see it around. I'm not purposely hiding anything, but it'll be around. Crow News. Archaeological excavation of the permafrost releases plague, which is spreading rapidly. Uh-oh. We caused the Black Death 2.0. Uh-oh. Tomorrow science. There may be hope for our planet yet. Scientists on the verge of a breakthrough that may help the dwindling fish population. Pro News, noted podcaster struck by lightning after utter blasphemy. A coincidence? Huge amounts of MMA just came out of nowhere, police claim. Uh-oh. Local scoop. Our small town prodigy moves to the city. We say, reach for the stars. They'll be fine. Hopefully. I'm sure they'll be fine. We'll see what our notes have to say. Maybe we have to keep scientists alive this time or something. It's not modern health. Scientists very close to figuring out how to counter a dangerous pathogen. Big asteroid alert. It's coming right for us. We were told ahead of time so we could fight the asteroid. Boo says we did an okay job and we'll be fine. Yes, the squeak of affirmation. Good morning, Grim. We seem to be on the precipice of dark times. I may have warned you that this job can have some harsh moments. Today is that day. Quota for the day. A total of 6 humans have to die. At least 2 humans aged 35 or younger have to die. And then any humans with a medical background have to die? This is very serious fate. Seems very counterintuitive to what's happening right now. Huh. Alright, so at least, excuse me, at least 2 humans aged 35 or younger have to die. We got the first 3 right here are like 35, 20, 25. Oh, Jesus. We have a lot of young people in this batch, too. They're not making it easy. Okay, let's begin the day. So we have Zachary Cooper, a glass blower, age 29. Zachary can craft any glass sculpture, no matter how intricate. Their latest piece was a circle made of 19 interlinked Klein bottles, as a gift to an inventor friend. Aside from working with glass, Henry enjoys volleyball, and they're trying to learn 3D modeling software on their own. Aww! So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna categorize all the ones under 35, 35 and under, so we can work on those separately. So then we have Annabelle Tels, age 20, a student. Annabelle has devoted themselves to becoming either an astrophysicist or an astronaut. The two things are somewhat related. They also enjoy painting, mostly nudes, computer programming, and volleyball. Okay. Olaf Rayner, age 35, a designer. They look like a designer right here. Music, dogs, drinking, what else can one hope for in life? Olaf is one to enjoy the sweet life of a designer in a prestigious business IT company. They also enjoy making 5-second videos on the popular social media platform Watwot? 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 It's just registering how funny that sounds. So you're right at 35, so you're on thin ice. Adrian DeGallo, age 25, a pool cleaner. Adrian's dream is to become a trophy partner to a rich person. Oh, to achieve this, they make a living cleaning rich people's pools, hoping to be noticed when scrubbing without a shirt on. Beautiful. They have a goal and they're sticking to it. Oh my goodness. Go man, go. Live, achieve your dream. Yai Hama, an immunologist. For the past 15 years, Yai has spent every day working in a windowless concrete bunker, testing various vaccines in order to eradicate some of the deadliest diseases in the world. During off times, they enjoy lengthy bike rides. Ala Saeed Al-Din, I think? 29. A radiologist. Ala works long shifts at the local hospital giving both MRT and CT scans. They can handle even the most difficult patients. Take great care to do the job correctly and have been chosen as the radiologist of the month many times. So you are also under the age of 35. Tamo Hikata, Age 31, an astronaut. Inspired by playing Space Intruder a lot as a kid, Tamao decided to join the Earth Defense Unit as an astronaut. A dangerous asteroid has been located for the first time after their training, and they must now land on the surface and blow it up! This coincides with the asteroid hunter from yesterday. That's great. Oh my gosh. I might have to let you live just to see the asteroid plot continue. And then Patty Berenger, age 76, retired. Patty grew up in a farm outside the city. Post-graduation, they decided to pursue a music career, becoming a respected singer-songwriter. After surviving a stroke, their fingers don't work too well, and they feel their minds slipping away bit by bit. Every day, they're hoping for a way out before it's too late. Oh god. Oh wow, that's really grim. Oh dear. Okay. So, again, to remind ourselves of the quota, a total of 6 humans have to die. So we have had 8 on the table. 1, 2. Yeah, we had 8 on the table. At least 2 humans, age 35 or younger, have to die, and any humans with a medical background have to die. So, we already kind of separated who's under the age of 35, so only 2 of these 6 need to die. And then Yai Hama also needs to die because they have a medical background. I don't know why, but we gotta let it happen. So, so Yai Hama, I'm very sorry, but you're gonna have to die. You have some kind of a medical background. Good God. Let's see. There was someone in here. You. Allah was a radiologist. So that means you're also gonna have to die. Because you work with MRT and CT scans. One of these days I'm not gonna be able to follow the rules, but for now we're gonna try our best to. And then we need at least 1 more person under the age of 35 to die before we technically meet the quota, and then we have to kill 3 more people after that. So, I say casually. Let's see. Who do we want? I kind of want to keep this astronaut alive solely for the asteroid plot that happened that happened yesterday. So we're gonna keep you. We're gonna keep Tamo. And let's see. Let's see, who do we want to... Out of 1 more person. I'm just gonna do this now, so I don't... Yeah, medical backgrounds. I was about to say it was a science background, but we're gonna let Tomo live just because I want to see this happen. Okay. We got these 4 left. No, 5. You're the only one who's not under the age of 35. I can't get too attached anyway, so might as well just start with the death markers, I guess. Zach. We're gonna... Oh, wait, almost put you in the wrong pile. We're gonna kill you. And now we need 3 more. I think what I'm gonna do is, just so I can make sure I can get paid a lot, because I want to get that snow globe, I'm gonna kill these 3, and then we're gonna keep Patty alive. Yeah, because it's just a music career. Oh, wait. It says they're hoping for a way out before it's too late. I forgot. That's right. They may want that. I know it's really dark, but I forgot about that. I wonder if we should leave this guy alive just for shits and giggles. Their deaths all depend on a snow globe. Yes, it does! It's an expensive snow globe! I want to know what it does! Alright. Let's see. 2 humans. Alright, so... Well, technically we got the 2 humans down already. Let's see. I kind of want to leave Adrian alive just because I want to see what the news says about them. But... I think we might keep Olaf alive and then maybe just kill the others. Because we already made our second quota, and then we're gonna make it again anyways, because we're gonna kill, like, 2 more people under the age of 35. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, Adrian, you're not gonna achieve your dream shirtless this time around. I'm sorry. We'll kill Patty. Almost put her in the wrong pile, and then we'll kill Annabelle. Achievement unlocked! This is fine! Achievement unlocked. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so we met our quota. 6 humans have to die. All of them with a medical background have died, and then definitely 2 under the age of 35 have died. So, yes. There we go. Okay, so let's talk with... Oh, the cloud's back. The mysterious voice.
How do you live with yourself? Okay, technically, you are not alive anymore. But maladies are ravaging the populace. Microbial forces having their way.
Isn't that good? More work for me? What's it to me? I know, I'm trying to do better. I mean, to be fair, like, isn't that good? I mean, that is technically more work. I mean, I was questioning it. But yeah, like, what is it to me since I'm not alive?
The poor sacks of bone and meat can't but be plagued by their tiny enemies. Why can't they just stop getting sick?
Harsh. You're the sickness here, mind voice. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, life's not fair, bonehead.
I'm not a bone.
You're probably
I'm a
powerless.
pumpkin.
Ain't anything you can do about it. Disease will spread until it engulfs all. Consider it a warning.
Do I want to keep on this goody two-shoes route? Not sure. Let's see what he has to say.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough day out there. New recruits often falter during dark time. Yet you seem to have performed adequately. How do you feel after such a day?
I was built for dark times. Or, there was a lot to do, but I worked it all out. Or, bad. I did what I had to, doesn't mean I like it. I mean, that's fair, I didn't enjoy killing all those people this time around.
Exactly. You and I are on the same page.
I don't think we are.
We all do what is necessary, even if it makes us suffer. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened?
Don't you know what happened? You're in charge after all. Or some sort of medical calamity, maybe? Like an epidemic? Beats me a day like any other. Don't really care. Death is death. I know it was bad. That's what matters. Yeah, don't you know what happened? I'm gonna just throw it back at him like I did the last time.
Yes, I am. And yes, I do. Yet what use is a reaper who cannot discern the situation from the details in front of them?
I mean, I know what happened, but I was curious with what you had to say.
Your answer would intrigue me, yes?
Okay, alright, fine, I'll answer your dumb question.
Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours. Hmm? Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Good night. Alright, how much do I have now? I think I have 1,000? Let's see. Let's say hi. Oh! 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 Hang on. Quick detour. I forgot. The Cerberus' den is open on the weekends. It's already the weekend. Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh, this is cool. What is all of this, though?
Whoa. Hello there. I'm Sari, and I welcome you to Cerberus's Den, the finest drinking establishment this side of the void.
Why in the world are you so quiet compared to the rest of the game? Hang on. Let me turn up the volume just a little bit so we can hear them.
I sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new.
Very.
Maybe you just dapper like the River Acheron. The outfit screams vintage.
Thank you. I'm wearing pumpkin Guy Fieri.
So, how are you liking existence thus far?
It feels pretty good to be alive, in a sense. It sucks. I kind of hate it here. Lots of tedious paperwork so far. Yeah, I'd have to go with the last one.
Oh, don't I know it. Administrative bureaucracy just can't be escaped. They'll always find you. Eventually.
Why did you get quiet again?
But hey, that's why you figure out the small cracks in the system you can manipulate. Okay, newbie, before we continue, I got this little, game I play with every fresh-faced patron. It's real simple. All you gotta do is answer a series of questions, and I'll craft a personalized drink inspired by what you said. It's like a quiz.
Oh, I love quizzes. Fun and yeah, I love quizzes.
Right, just. I'll describe some sort of an odd situation, and you answer how you'd react. I usually do 4 questions, and nothing else to it.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. Prepare for question number 1. You behold 2 doors, one planed and old, the other forged of gold. The old one seems to imply disgrace and shame. The golden door cries of nobility and grandeur. It's up to your brave soul to make the first choice. Which door will you enter?
The golden one, it shines of glory. The old one of prudence and modesty. Doors are for dimwits. I'll break the window and jump out. I'm so gonna pick that one.
Time for question number 2.
All right.
Your friends got in deep trouble with the boss of a local criminal organization. Now a team of brutes are coming for you all.
Oh no.
If you work together, you may be able to figure out this situation. What will you do?
Destroy your friends. They're deemed useless. How about my friends get their act together for once, huh? Assist your friends in achieving an optimal outcome. I want to say I'd go for the third one, but I'd probably, admittedly, why would my friends do this in the first place? How can they just nag the whole time, I feel? In my heart, I'll pick 3, but in my heart, I'll pick 3.
Next up, question 3. Almost there.
All right.
Before you lies a table teeming with plants. You have to eat one of the plants. Your very life depends on it.
Oh my god, we are the plant department!
What kind of plant would you prefer to eat?
Oh god. I know this word and I can't remember how to pronounce it. Amorphophallus, titanium, the corpse flower, an apple, cactus, mushrooms, all of them, a rose, maybe like 2 sigonias, I don't know that word. I'm sorry, I really don't know that one. I kind of want to say the cactus, just to be a smartass. I'll say mushrooms. I take all of them. No, I don't. But my guy does.
All right, final stretch. As I said, 4 is all anyone ever needs, right?
You've just got like 5 decibels
You see
quieter
a
again.
turtle laying on its back, belly baking in the scorching sun. It beats its legs, trying to flip over, but it can't. Not without your help. You are not helping. Why aren't you helping?
You're not helping. Why am I not helping? I like my turtle. Well done. What, I have to do everything around here? I help those who help themselves. I can't get over the first one. I like my turtle. Well done. Oh no. I'll go with the middle one. What? I have to do everything around here?
We got it. Let me just calculate the results. We'll take but a moment. Loud, critical, many grievances. Not difficult to figure out what mixture this has to be.
Uh-oh. I got the achievement and it said misery guts.
First up, 4 centiliters of salmiak licorice and 2 centiliters of a botanical spirit of your choice. Anything that's not gin, basically.
Oh.
Then 2 deciliters of hot chocolate and topped with whipped cream. Throw in some salty licorice crystals as a side garnish.
Oh. Are you quite sure? Gross, it's all wrong. I hate to admit it, but it feels right. Oh my gosh, are you quite sure?
The quiz tells no lie.
Oh no.
Okay, this one's called sour grouse.
Sour grouse? I'm not a sour grouse.
First one's on the house.
Okay, fine, I'll try it. The drink overflows with the taste of an oceanic planet in the throngs of a subcrustal collapse. A sharp and sulfurous assault on all the senses. Oh! The acerbic turmoil of a quake in crystalline cave, glittering in all the colors of the spectrum, leaving you hollow on the inside. Oh no. It's almost a death-changing experience. Ew. Okay, it's fairly decent. Reasonably yummy. I guess I liked it. Why are these so passive-aggressive?
Heck, an understatement of the century! Now what else can I get you?
Hi, Oolong! Hello! Thanks for joining! We're getting some interesting drinks here at the bar at our job on the weekends, so... let's see. Who else works in the office?
Heck, were I able to count and name all the folks? Likely haven't fully realized the size of this place. You've got you reapers in all the myriad departments, the custodian legion, the weariless data grinders of the calculatorium, the abysmal archive with its archivists.
Okay. Wow, there's a lot that I'm not seeing yet.
Cadaver resources. They're just plain odd, but someone's got to deal with the internal issues.
Cadaver resources! That's the best! Oh my god! I used to work in in HR, so this is fantastic. A little fantastic joke there.
Middle management. Nobody knows what they actually do. Higher management, but they don't visit us. Basically ever. Same with fate.
Oh, what? Fate doesn't drink?
Many of the regular workers come by the den, though, so keep your eyes and ears open.
You got it. Looks interesting so far. Yeah, this game is pretty fun so
What
far.
else you got in mind?
Your tip jar is pretty neat.
Oh, thanks. Mortimer found the original Oinker on an excursion to the Shrouded Zones.
The Shrouded Zone.
It's a bit of a hassle, though. Keeps multiplying all the time. So you take your eye off for a second and bam, tiny piglets everywhere.
Tiny piglets everywhere.
Go on, take one. Just make sure you feed it with some coins once in a while.
Oh, yes, I need more pets in this game. What else have you got to drink, though? I'm curious.
Sure. What's your poison?
The usual gin and tariff. Tax on the beach! Bloody Gary! Corpse reviver. Heat, death of the universe, iced coffee, milk, please. I'll skip it for now, because I'm saving up money,
else
but
you
I'll
got
get
in
some
mind?
drinks later.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Au revoir. And now to turn down the music, because for some reason you were like a couple decibels so low. And Gus is your name. The air is eerily cold, as if frozen in place, too scared to move an inch. Hi! Eep a ghost! Or boo! I can't- Hello!
Huh? What do you want?
Gotta turn up the volume again. Why are you quiet too? You can talk. I'm a new Grim, number 54. What's up? Sorry to bother you. I came here to meet new people.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate. Now I have to deal with a baby lemonhead.
You call in a lemonhead? Only I get to call myself a lemonhead.
Hey now, Gus, play nice.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now. You want to ask questions or something?
What do you do here? What can you tell me about the barkeep? Who were you before? What do you do here?
I'm the janitor. I clean up the damn mess you make.
What do you mean? What mess? I haven't done anything.
Ever looked in the mirror or thought about the clientele of this place?
Okay, fair, you got me there.
Where do you think the drink goes? None of you have a stomach. Anything you consume falls through the rib cage straight to the floor.
My god, I actually never thought about that. Really? Who designed a spawn this poorly? Oh, I didn't really think about that. I was wondering why the floor is so sticky. Isn't this why you get— No, I'm not picking that last one. No. Who designed a spawn this poorly?
Tell me about it. Ain't seen nothing this shoddy before. Not only that, your reapers are so vain.
No, I'm not.
Or could be at least a little more considerate.
I appreciate you.
Gee, thanks.
You want Boo the gerbil? On my
Eh,
desk?
Something else you wanted?
How do you clean things anyway, since you're a specter?
Simple. I float around and I possess stuff and make the stuff float into the trash bin. Like dust, for example. One dust particle at a time. Or the drinks. One droplet at a time.
Ooh. Isn't that really tedious? That's weird, but also very cool.
It's fine, I guess. Gives me something to do. As
Fair
if the
enough.
highest management ever gave any thought to us lowly drones. We're all
Oh.
nameless custodians and spawns to them. Literally.
God, I've noticed things are sloppy around the office. I get you, the management doesn't know how to run things. I've got a name. I don't. My name's number 54.
Exactly! This place is a complete sham and highest management is a joke. Outright buffoons, if you ask me.
Especially Fate, totally clueless. We could just bash our creator right here, right now. Did you know my chair is super uncomfortable? Wait, what? Oh, okay. And why is all the technology in this place so crappy and old?
I know, right? Get with the times already. We're not in the 6th century anymore. If I knew things were this slapdash, I never would have died.
Well, I never would have died. What a statement. The air conditioning, always too cold or too hot. The tasks I've given always seem so incoherent too. At least someone understands what I'm going through.
Tell me about it. It's all clean here and clean there, every single day. Buddy, I'm already cleaning everywhere. You know, you're all right, rookie.
I got on his good side, hooray.
I'll make sure to clean around your desk even better from now on.
Oh, thank you. You're gonna know which one it is because it's gonna have a snow globe on it eventually, and it has Gus the rubber gerbil on it. You'll know. What can you tell me about the barkeep?
Sorry, they're hella cool.
Why, thank you. You're nothing but a sweetheart, ain't ya?
Aww.
Ah, shucks. You're the only one who truly treats Gus with respect.
Who were you before?
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, what human were you? Are you the ghost of a profile I marked to death? I was just wondering about your past.
Because you thought I'm the ghost of some dead human or beast or what?
So you're not a human?
Of course not.
What?
No. Ghosts aren't mere residue, a relic of humans, animals, or whatever other entities. We're just ghosts. We're beings unto ourselves.
Huh. Interesting.
I am the ghost of a ghost.
A ghost of a hang on, you were a ghost and then you died? Yeah, that's right, he did say he died. Does that mean you're practically immortal?
Yeah, pretty much.
How does that work? Does that mean you're practically... Yeah, how does that work?
How do you think? I ghosted around a long while, doing my ghost business, and then one day, I died.
What conversation are we having right now?
I know what you're thinking now, and yeah, there is a ghost apartment. Northeasterly direction down on floor 133. Not too busy
Ow.
over at Geisthall, though. Ghosts don't die that often. Comes with the territory. Something else you wanted?
Nope, that's it. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway.
That was enlightening. Alright, so now I gotta worry about adjusting my volume again to make sure that I don't blare your eardrums out, guys. Sorry. Okay, let's go talk with the quartermaster.
Good patron, me ship of goods is at your service.
Alright, let's turn it down just a little bit. Oh no. Ears of the Beast. A pair of cat ears would look really nice on me and inspire all the felines of the world. Just don't talk or even think about the film adaptation of the musical! Stop! Even the game is making fun of the Cats movie! Stop! I love this game. That's fantastic. Tenebroous Curiosity? Tenebroous? God. This game is testing me on my English vocabulary, and I thought I knew it, and now I don't. It spurs and whirs, it clicks and clacks, very soothing and helpful in times of stress. More to you, less to others. Oh no! It's, basically the fidget spinner. In the demo, they automatically gave you the fidget spinner, and, it was a lot of fun just to mess around, but now we have, Boo, the gerbil, so that's enough for me. And then we have the radio. I just like seeing what items, they have. I wonder how many we have. Okay. Go on to the next day. This janitor is, like, in the elevator duct. Oh my gosh. Oh my god! We have the piggy bank! That's what the coins are for! Oh my gosh. Hang on. Somehow... Wait, no, what'd that say? What'd that say? Coins go in, one after the other. It oinks. So for those of you who have just joined, this is Boo the gerbil. He squeaks. And now we have another pet. Ah! This is the best. I'm gonna have a pet army by the end of this game, I swear. Alright, what have our choices done this time? So, Crow News. University mourns as grim epidemic claims the life of promising student. Immunologist dead as epidemic hits hardest at those trying to combat it. Flexing gone wrong. Local pool cleaner drowns while showing off muscles. Oh no. Crime Watch. Grim scene in local hospital explosion. Patient presumed to have ingested grenades prior to MRI scan. Oh, ew. And then Crow News. Big asteroid successfully blown up. Astronauts returned unscathed. At least we saved the world from an asteroid. Okay. Morning, Grim. Okay, see if we can clean up the mess from yesterday. That might give you just the boost you need. Do not forget, you may leave troubles behind, but new ones always lie ahead. Quota for the day. 2 humans have to die. Spare humans who seem helpful against the troubles, which... Okay, now we're doing it. Ugh. So we had to kill, like, an immunologist yesterday, but now they're just like, oh no, we gotta keep him alive this time. Oh boy. My emotional support animals. Be safe. Okay, so we have Sanskar Lanjwani? Age 41, a kitchen manager. Sanskar is a lonely person, going through a rough patch in life, and have thus become much sloppier when it comes to checking if new hires are trained on food preparation and proper kitchen safety techniques. They've got better things to do, to think about. Besides, what could go wrong? Oh no. Blaze Masterson, age 43, a helicopter pilot. Blaze worked as the Prime Minister's personal helicopter pilot. They love flying so much, they fly around all day, even when their employer doesn't need to go anywhere. All the money for fuel is taken from taxpayer funds. Uh-oh. Rico Papillon, I think? Age 34, an email scammer. Rico has built a fully automated spam bot sending thousands of emails a day, offering people riches beyond their wildest dreams. Only if they share their credit card information first! It's a numbers game, so they succeed from time to time. Oh god. Aishwarya Sinclair, 34, a social worker. Aishwarya has been working at the local refugee community, helping them get settled and figure out the particulars of the bureaucracy of Cosmopolis City. In their free time, they enjoy lengthy swims. They plan to write a series of novels about the labyrinth nature of bureaucracy. Oh god, what is your name? Yernaldo Hef, age 52, a morgue assistant. No one truly knows how the fall from grace of Ronaldo began. Once upon they lived a heroic life, so that is said, but such grand deeds are now a thing of the past. These days they work as a post-middle-age assistant at a morgue. And then Amy Morin Podge, or Ami Morin Podge, a poacher. Ami is a gifted hunter who has recently found a way to make a decent living with this skill. They hunt the elusive mountain cats for their fangs, which are thought to cure a multitude of health problems. Mountain cats. God, all these people sound kind of terrible. Let's see. Oops. What shall we do, boo? Let's see. Only 2 of them have to die. Well, I can't... Oh, excuse me, my eye's itchy. We can't really go over or under. Let's see. Spare humans who seem helpful against the troubles. I mean, with this one, I know they're a poacher, but it says they hunt for the mountain cats for their fangs, which are thought to cure a multitude of health problems. We're in the midst of an epidemic right now. So, I mean, it could work in its own backwards way. And then I think the morgue assistant could also work. Just, you know, I think it could work. Now, it doesn't specify what types of the 2 have to die, but I think those 2 should live. And then it's these 4 that have to die. I mean, these 2 don't seem terrible. This might be easier than I thought. Rico, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to let you die because you send people scams. I can't let scammers in this world. That's already a mess. Oh, I'm not gonna mark anything just yet. I'm gonna make a live and die pile. And then also, Sanskar, who is not properly checking kitchen staff, I think would also probably be slated to die. Because only 2 have to die today, which is good. Better than the 6 yesterday. Fortunately, we gotta make, like, some kind of sacrifices. Okay, I think I have what I want. So we'll let you die. And we'll let you die. Whoops. And then we'll let all of you live. Alright. And live. And then 1 more live. Alright, let's see how that goes. Sorry if that was super loud. Let me turn that down just a little bit. And again, if anything sounds too loud or too quiet, you guys are free to let me know. Oh! Whoever is... The cloud is back.
That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. We can figure it out, make it work. Crisp and clear like the azure pond at the forest glade.
Yeah, I can do this.
You were born for this. That's what fate keeps telling you, ain't it?
I guess.
It's like a surge in your spine. A faint echo of a perfect chord. It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you.
I think I'm gonna change up my look real quick. Oh, do you guys want to see something cool that I didn't show you before? This one is labeled the Pumpkin King. And who does it look like? Who's the Pumpkin King? Ah, I love it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Wait a minute. That would have been perfect and I didn't even do it. Whoops. Do I want to continue being a pumpkin? Or do I want to go back to being my skeleton self? I can be a ghost myself if I wanted to. I think we'll go back to being a skeleton just for a little bit, until we get, like, new items. Alright.
Welcome,
Oh.
Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing?
Crushing it. Profiles come in, I send them out. Clockwork. Dismal, I hate everything about this job. I think I've managed to follow the rules, or I'm just surprised I've made it this far. I think I've managed to follow the rules.
Interesting. Yes, your answer has been recorded for the psych eval.
What?
Now then, before the assessment, let us look over your daily conduct. I see the required profiles are all here. Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started.
Wait, I wanted to ask about today.
Yes? What about today?
Yesterday went really bad. What about today? Did I make a difference? Did we help?
Oh, absolutely. Things are already looking up.
You're not just telling me this, are you?
Do not worry about it. Fixing the world is a slow process. So, keep at it. As long as you follow the rules, it will all get better.
If you say so.
Now, where did I put those papers?
Gotta blow my nose
Ah,
real quick.
here
Hang
we
on,
go.
guys.
Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say...
Sorry if my model just went wonky. Ugh, sorry. I guess I am coming down with a bit of a cold. Alright, the numbers say...
Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by your display of loyalty.
Yeah.
So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise.
I got an achievement that says make it rain. Even more money! Yay!
We do what we can to provide for our spawns.
You know what you can provide for me? Is letting me pet the cat. I want to pet the cat.
Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize.
Oh,
The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence. Display it proudly on your workstation.
okie dokie. For perfunctory claps.
Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow.
This has been hard. Does it get easier? More rules? Piece of cake. Or I like ice cream. I'm gonna pick the last one.
What? I swear, there must have been something off in the Grim Brew. Nonetheless,
I got an achievement that says ice cream.
as such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed.
Yay!
That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Until tomorrow. I got another achievement! It says oink. Even the little oink! They're still open. Do you have
Need ye
the...
cures for ailments or a trinket to ward off a curse?
Oh, the Plague Doctor clothing! Ooh! Sport a super stylish beak. The mask hails from an era of epidemics, where physicians, with little to no medical experience, tried to alleviate the suffering of the inflicted. An ill omen. But it really fancies up my visage. And then we have the radio and the fidget spinner. I wonder what the radio does. I just really want that snow globe first and foremost, though. Oh, what is this? Or who is this? Huh? Barkeep, when did you get this plant? What are you doing here, odd plant?
What do you think? Having a nice, relaxing drink?
Holy hell, a talking plant! Oh my god, this is what creeps out of the plant department. Okay. Hang on, are you from the plant department?
Who told you about the plant department?
Am I not supposed to know about the plant department?
No one is supposed to know about the plant department.
Oh,
Forget what you heard, Sonny. No such thing anywhere.
maybe being a part of the plant department might not be the best thing. Come on, you can tell me.
Ain't nothing to tell.
I don't believe you.
Not gonna lose any sleep over that, Sonny.
Really?
We deny everything.
On, tell me.
Stop bothering an old plant, why don't you?
Seriously, you can trust me. I'm gonna bother this plant to oblivion. I'm gonna be banned from the plant department.
Can we? Can we really?
I can keep a secret. You have to tell me.
You're not gonna leave us alone otherwise? Yeah. Sonny, it's just a regular department. Not even that big. But it's very busy.
That's it? Why is it busy? Why didn't you say so to begin with?
What do you think? It's a department for managing plant life. There are a lot of plants.
Okay, fair.
A lot. More than humans. Plants everywhere.
Okay, that's fair. So why didn't you say so to begin with?
We're real tired of folks asking about the plant department.
Do that many people ask about it?
Is why we visit the den on Sundays. Lowers the chance of bothersome busybodies with annoying questions. Who even gave you the idea the department is anything interesting?
Fate. Just tell him outright. It was, some other spawn. Doesn't the mystery act just make you more compelling to people? Let's see, I'm just gonna flat out say who it is.
The boss? Sonny, we'd wager fate's just messing with you. Anything else? Seeing as we're now deep in the soil of inquiry.
Deep in the soil of inquiry, stop. Is there really nothing unusual about the plant department?
Okay, we see you got a keen mind, so we'll let you in on a secret.
Yes, yes.
But you didn't hear this from us.
Hey.
Gotta promise you won't spill a bean.
I promise, not a word.
If at some point you break your word, beware. Our rhizome reaches far and wide, right into your room if need be.
Good at keeping secrets.
And these roots can rip the skull off a skeleton in an instant. Snap!
Snap. Damn, that's harsh.
A fitting punishment for the wicked. Snap, I say. So listen closely.
I'm like, you can't really see it on my model, but I am kind of instinctively leaning closer.
We are secretly developing a way for the Death Mark to create fungus-based undead who will devour the world.
Really? Are you just messing with me?
No, obviously we're super serious.
In this whole root snapping bones thing?
Honestly, Sonny, we'd just use a knife.
So, out of all of that, I managed to get, like, what the plant department is before I even caught your name.
Me? I'm Herbert.
Herbert! I love it.
You know, sort of like a herb-ert. A herb?
Stop, I didn't even register that immediately. This because where I'm from, we just say herb, not herb. Oh, God. Who were you before you became a plant reaper?
I've always been Herbert. And the green fella holding me up.
Green fellow holding you up. Oh.
That's my pal, Tim.
Oh,
Tim's a real hoot.
Herbert and Tim.
Say hello, Tim.
Is he gonna talk?
Hello, Tim.
Who's Tim? I caught on, but I want to see what he says.
Tim's my partner. All root, stem, and leaf. Sometimes they bloom and have the most delightful aroma. Then the bees from the bee department find us very attractive.
There's a bee department? Oh my god.
Anything else?
God, I have a talent of doing that. Oh my god.
Of course. Makes perfect sense, don't it?
I guess it does. Okay, we can have a bee department, but buildings are taboo.
Don't ask about the bee department. Anything else?
I can't wait to meet someone from the bee department. Right, I'll catch you later.
Not in this lifetime, Sonny.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure to see you on Sundays. Alright, let's turn the music down just a tad so I don't blare your eardrums. It's time to go to bed, right? I believe it is. Alright. How long have we been going so far? It's about 2:40. Let's do like another day or two and then head out. I think. Getting a little late on my end. How much money do I have again? Oh well. Oh, Best Newcomer, presented to Grim Reaper for your contributions to the killing of many humans. Oh my gosh. Alright, EcoWatch. Local mountain cat populations dwindling. Food chain ruined! Oh no! Kitchen boss of fancy local restaurant found dead at home. Chicken flu suspected. Examiners on scene finding resentful letter promising to make them pay. Medical worker escapes sudden death by mysterious means. Ooh. Mysterious. There we go. Alright. Good morning, Grim. A whole week already. My, the time flies when more tasks with... Wow, I can't read. My, the time flies. Well, more tasks. Straight ahead. I think we're making a difference, so let us continue with what we're doing. Quota for the day. 3 humans have to die. Spare any humans aged between 35 and 60, if possible. Keep it up. Okay. Alright. So we'll separate them as we go along. So anywhere between 35 and 60. So they're not in that category, but Nephis Aragon, 26, a temp. For several years now, Nephis has gone from one temp job to another. Just one more temp job and you'll qualify for the real thing, the university career consultant told them. But that was 3 temp jobs ago. Ugh. Ugh. I know that struggle. Okay. Masashige Onilanzo. 66. Engineer, musician. Part-time scholar, part-time engineer, and part-time musician who delights in building their own musical instruments out of scrap and spare parts. Alright, you're within the age range. You are also within the age range. I thought it was 50. Whoops. Alright. And then... Loic Tahirian? An archaeologist. Loic and their team made the discovery of their career as they came upon ancient sealed tombs in the local desert. The most intriguing item found from one of the tombs was an ancient wheel of cheese, which still looks surprisingly appetizing. Oh man. Alright, Mercury Saint Ionis. I like your scarf, it looks like piano. It looks like piano keys. Age 53, a motivational speaker. Nature was not stingy when it came to granting charisma unto Mercury. A true silver tongue, this smooth talker could convince anyone to do almost anything. As such, they found their calling in being a motivational speaker. Recently, they've included proselytizing into their... I don't know. Oh my god. My literacy capabilities are coming into question while playing this game, and I hate it. Achak Nord? A lumberjack. Achak co-owns a logging company where they work as a lumberjack. Although they comply with environmental regulations on paper, they occasionally clear protected habitats by mistake, destroying homes of thousands of endangered birds. Oh shit. Alright, so 3 humans have to die, and I have to spare any humans aged between 35 and 60 if possible. So, I think we'll let Mercury live. I don't know what these words are, I should look them up just in case. Okay, I kind of want to keep the archaeologist alive, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you're not within the age range. You two are gonna be the first to die. We have to let these two die, because we have to spare any humans aged between 35 and 60. So that means most likely the 2 that have to survive have to be within that age range, so... I'm sorry, Nephis. You I'm not so sorry for if you're doing that as a lumberjack. How dare you? Okay, and then for these 3. So we have the archaeologist, the engineer and musician, and the motivational speaker. And we can only keep 2 of them. Let's see. I kind of want to keep the archaeologist alive. Because, I don't know, they just seem like Indiana Jones to me, and I love Indiana Jones. And they're within the age range. Actually, yeah. 35 and 60 age range. Oh, wait! Hold on. You're 66! I'm not reading that right. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, you have to die then. Well, that just made my job easier. There we go. Alright, perfect. That made it easier. Apparently, I really can't read. Alright, let's go get paid first, and then we'll see how much money we have and when the snow globe will become available.
Grim. Ah, yes, there you are. Good, good. Okay, now, listen up. Great work today. You fulfilled your tasks adequately, and all that.
Thank you.
However, an emergency has occurred which requires my utmost attention, and I must depart for a couple of days.
What kind of an emergency? So who will I report to at the end of the day? What kind of emergency?
Okay, listen up and keep this to yourself.
I'm good at keeping secrets.
Some philosophers and researchers are attempting to set up a utopian community for the betterment of humanity.
Oh?
I must investigate their strategies for any flaws.
Okay.
Anyway, while I am gone, another will be in charge.
Who is it?
Even though you passed the evaluation, I cannot leave you without any supervision. You will have more freedom, sure, but it is not limitless.
Oh.
Therefore, you will have to continue your daily reports as usual. I will be informed of your progress.
Who will I report to? I'm fine, business as usual. Yeah, who will I report to?
Why, you are already acquainted. It will be Lady Portington, of course.
The cat? Lady Poddington? Oh my god, the cat's my temporary supervisor. I only got paid 200. What? I did everything right. Oh, it's okay, the cat.
I know what you're thinking. I do provide ancient powerful widgets.
I'm 200 coins short. Oh. Damn it. Okay. Cactus, the most brutal of plants. Why is it 800 coins? Oh god. I could get the other two, but I really want that snow globe. You stumped me this time, Mortimer. God damn it. Let's see. Are those the archives that are under? Oh. Whee! I don't know. Oh, there's no one there. Oh my, okay, we'll do one more just so I can report to the cat and then we'll call it a night. Pig? 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 Baby pig? What is the baby? What? Somehow there's always room for more coins. Infinitely, maybe? Okay. Wait a minute, I just now noticed. Hang on. Hold on. My discovery is less important than this. Oh my god. Whee! Here he comes! This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, hang on. There you go. There we go. I positioned them all. Oh my god, I really am gonna have an army of pets after this. I'm so happy. Spirit Portal. Join Mercury on the Path of Glory. A commune for those who seek the revelation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Daily Moon. Local archaeologist claims eating 3,000-year-old cheese gave them massive diarrhea, but was worth it? Pro News. Logging company owner dies of sudden heart failure, leaves entire fortune to leading cancer fund. Wow. Okay. That's sweet. That's sweet of him to do that. Oh my goodness. Science Today. Can you have a heart attack due to massive guilt? We have the research. Pro News. Death of young temp worker sparks outrage, leading to increased rights and benefits of temp workers. Oh my. Pro News. The Harvest Festival starts in a few weeks. Bring your largest vegetables to the contest. The farmer with the biggest vegetable gets a big cash prize. Ooh. The rules. Greetings from afar, Grim. So, Right, after I left, mere moments, it seemed to me, something happened at the plant department. Do not ask. As such, I need you to fill in today, basically as a grim for them. I hope this is okay. Quota for the day. 3 plants have to die. Good luck, fate. Oh my god. No, they have their own. Oh my god. Alright, Garatina altissima, 2420, age 2, parent. A Garatina, also known as white snakeroot or richweed, is a plant that grows on a cow pasture. It is half a meter tall and has small white flowers. It is almost ready to release its small seeds with fluffy white tails in the wind. I can't believe I'm temporarily working in the plant department. This is ridiculous. Cannabis sativa 53058, age 0. Position raw material. Cannabis sativa is an industrial hemp plant used for making clothes from its fiber. It is young, yet growing rapidly due to extreme amounts of fresh organic fertilizer being provided by its farmers. Rosa Gallica, 7532, age 2. Position, model. Rose Gallica 7532 is one of the most beautiful small rose bushes on the display window of a flower shop. It is in dire need of repotting, or just getting planted into the ground, at least for a little while. Pumpkin! Cucurbita Peppo 421, age 2, a bodybuilder. Cucurbita Peppo is an extremely large pumpkin, weighing in at almost half a ton and still growing. It lives in a local sustainable farm. Lately, the farm has had problems with flooding, which has destroyed many of other pumpkin plants. Oh, it's a Venus flytrap. Dionaye Musicula? Oh my god. I'm mispronouncing plants. Age 2, pest control. Dionaye is a Venus flytrap that lives near a pond inside a forest and has a versatile diet of bugs. It munches all day on mosquitoes, flies, and dragonflies. Overall, an exemplary plant doing its part in the ecosystem. Alright, so out of these 5, 2 get to live. Alright, which plant are we feeling sentimental towards? I personally love Venus flytraps. I think they're amazing. And maybe my bias is showing, but I would love to have the Venus flytrap live. But the pumpkin being labeled as a bodybuilder is hilarious to me. I can't believe I'm doing this. Ooh, can't believe it either. Oink. This is the weirdest thing ever. I personally want the Venus flytrap to live. I'm gonna say that. My bias is showing for sure, but it's fine. We're fine. Now I am torn between these two on who gets to live. So either we have the bodybuilder pumpkin or the cannabis sativa, sativa, maybe? Which is a plant that's used to make clothes from its fiber. So, like, I know it says cannabis, but... I think we're gonna let the one that makes clothes live. Only because I think it's young, it's spunky, it's here to make clothes. That's what I think we should do. If anyone has any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace. Or your plants. Or your rubber gerbils. I don't know. Let's see. Not seeing any objections. I'm just gonna go and let it live. Alright. And then you all need to die. What? Well, we know what's happening in the plant department, but we're not gonna tell Faith that. I feel like I have to... Excuse me. Sorry. That was probably really loud. That sneeze came out of nowhere. Okay. Oh, Cloud, hang on.
All alone, Reaper. Power at your fingertips. It's electrifying. On your own. You know why? Because they're setting you up.
Ow. I worked with plants today. Why would they do that? They trust my abilities. Just go away. I don't want you around at all. The mic didn't pick it up, so you're good. Oh, okay. I guess it peaked. Sorry. Why would they do that?
Why, indeed. Because you'll never be good enough. You don't have what it takes to succeed. You're a void.
How dare you? I'm a nobody. What if I make a mistake? You're just trying to rattle me. I'm getting real sick of your attitude.
I am. Keeping you on your toes, right? It's necessary.
You can't keep me on my toes with this
Eyes
happy
like a
spot, with this
lighthouse,
happy
Reaper.
face.
Watch your back. Be seeing you.
Yeah, how could you be mean to a face like that? I just realized it kind of matches the colors on me. I love it. Did I get a new suit? Destiny. I don't think I had this one beforehand. I'm keeping my fun suit. Oh! The cat sits behind the table, very serious and official-like, ignoring your presence. Oh my god, you are just so incredibly cute and fluffy! Cough politely. So, wake up, cat, I'm supposed to report to you. I kinda want to do the first one. You're just so incredibly cute and fluffy! Slowly, the cat turns her head towards you, her eyes blazing with annoyance. Meow, she mutters, then places her paw upon some documents littering the table. The cat repeats... The cat repeats a sequence of contented meows. She then curls back into a ball and closes her eyes. Hey, cat! I bought you a gift! Give her the rubber gerbil! Well, this was useful. Okay, so it's gonna be like this every day? Oh my god. Boo? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Boo. I got an achievement called the Sacrifice. Lady Poddington's eyes grow wide and dark as you place the gerbil on the table. She pats the chew toy with her paw. Wheek! The rubber toy squeaks eerily. Cool. Cool. Nothing ominous here. The cat eagerly stares at the toy gerbil, fully ignoring your presence. What did I just do? What did I just bring upon this office? Squeak! The toy gives out a sad noise as you make your way out the door. Uh-oh. Oh no. We're gonna see the remains of... We're gonna see the remains of Boo the gerbil. Oh, I should have known better. We're gonna see the poor, shriveled up, fluffed remains of Boo the gerbil, and it's gonna be all my fault. Oh.
Friend, your visit's like the sun. Regular. And warms the room.
Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna buy your snow globe, though. In order for your sacrifice, Boo, I'm going to purchase the snow globe.
Well, scuttle me boat, why don't ye? Clear as a crisp spring morn, I remember the day, and the cave at the bottom of an ocean, but 'twas guarded by a horrendous beast. So, had no choice but to underwater arm wrestle the kraken. All 8 tentacles.
Oh.
Afterwards, I met a hag with crow feet wrinkles on her face, and wrinkled crow faces on her feet. She knew me well, though we had not met before. Gifted me this ominous globe. Maybe 'twas a warning of a kind. Maybe she just fancied me. I did die about a week later.
Oh. Oh, well, that's not a good sign. You should have told me that ahead of time. Blinked. Okay. Alright, so it's gonna be on my desk tomorrow. So... I think we'll end the day today. Okay, I'm too invested. Let's do one more, and then we'll go to bed. And then I gotta go to bed. Okay, not really, but... Oh! What is this ominous thing trying to tell me? Oh god, there's dead bodies everywhere. Oh dear. Ooh! I'm too easily entertained. Okay. Oh. Local hemp industry grows by 23% this year. A good sign of things to come. The Harvest Festival is done. First place goes to a large turnip. The turnip factory will use the prize money for a bulk order of pesticides. Uh-oh. Many people in hospital with poisoning from cow's milk. Economic hardships claim another small local business. Flower shop goes bankrupt? All because I didn't let the flower live? That was on the windowsill? Oh dear. I think I had more impact with the plants than I did, like, with the other humans. Jesus. I have no coins. You ate all my coins! I'm gonna move you over here. There we go. Okay. Morning, Grim. Alright, we're back to normal. The plant department got their act together. You, however, should be intimately familiar with the drill by now. We mitigate chaos. We bolster order. Quota for the day: 2 humans have to die. Let us balance the world. Well, the fact that we only have 4 of these makes me incredibly nervous. So we have Ivan Mietzlov? A student, age 23. Ivan is a student at the local Polytechnical Institute, but their real passion is hiking. They are preparing for a challenging skiing trip to the nearby mountains with a group of friends. On the completion of this trip, they will be awarded the highest hiker certification. Then we have Luther Marlowe, a factory worker, age 38. Working in a factory is very monotonous. You almost become a machine yourself. At least that's how Luther feels most days. They go through a set of predetermined motions, one after the other. However, these have also given them ample time to compose poetry. We have a lot of these people that go into poetry. Aren't you a handsome-looking lad with that mustache? Samuel von Selak, age 44, an editor. Samuel is an editor with a tragic past, one they've always kept to themselves. Every day it gnaws at them, causing intense sorrow that can never be alleviated. To numb it all, they have become addicted to painkillers, which often cause them to hallucinate mythological things. Oh dear. And then, oh, look at that mustache! Ooh! Attractive mustaches in this group today. Vlad Lupu, age 50, a recluse, unemployed. Vlad lives alone in their big mansion, brooding, rarely receiving visitors. The big, advanced laboratory rumored to be in their basement occasionally attracts travelers in search of knowledge. What? Did we just stumble upon, like, a vampire? Let's see. Let's see. I kind of want to let Vlad live just because I want to know what happens with the advanced laboratory. It might be problems down the line, but... Let's see. I just realized this has it in real time for me. I'm just now realizing that on the phone. It's 10:11 here, 10:11 p.m. How am I just now noticing that? Okay. Let's see here. Does it matter who dies? It makes me feel terrible when I like look at one and being like, oh yeah, they totally live more. I don't know. This is too much pressure for someone who is as monochrome as the desk I'm working at. This is too much for me. Okay, I kind of want to let Vlad live solely because I'm curious with how it's gonna... Oh! Everything's on fire! This is fantastic. Oh no! Does this show, like, what lives, what dies? Interesting. I'll keep that in mind next time. So I killed like half the population probably by keeping the vampire alive. That's gonna add some extra pressure. Why did I do this to myself? Let's see. Alright, so we need one more to live then. Alright. I kind of want to let Luther live. I don't know why I do. I just do. I don't know. But then also, Ivan being able to get his hiker certificate, that makes me feel happy inside too. Why does it have to be two people? What happens if I let Samuel die? Can I see it ahead of time? Somehow that gives pluses everywhere. Uh-oh. Maybe we'll let Ivan live? Maybe? What does the globe say now? I'll stop doing that. I think I might let Ivan get his license. Oh, it turned into an actual house this time. Oh, and then it turned back. It was gonna be like that either way. It tricked me. So, I don't know if you guys had seen it, but the little hut that it showed ended up turning into like a regular house, like a brick house, when I let Ivan live. So, oh, I'm not sure how this goes. Now I have something that can help predetermine things, so now I need to find erasers in case I fuck up.
Psst. Hey, we don't like what we see. It's suspicious.
What did I do? I'm a suspicious Reaper at heart, you know that.
Yeah, we know the heartbeat. Even if it no longer beats. What a wreck. Listen to us, Reaper, not the others. Yeah. Listen to me. To me! Shh. They're probably eavesdropping right now. Let's be off.
We going somewhere? Oh. Ooh. I thought we were going somewhere for a second. I just had to check. Alright. Oh no! As you enter, the cat is whacking the chew toy aggressively with her paws. Boo! No! Squeak, squeak! The toy cries in the most despondent voice possible. Oh no! You sure enjoy bashing that toy. I still can't believe how fluffy you are. I'm here for the daily feedback thing. Hey cat, let's do this. Meow, the cat admits and lets fall another hammer blow onto the toy. Squeak! The little gerbil responds in pain. The toy doesn't seem to enjoy you bashing it, though. The cat stares at you, her eyes narrowed. Squeak! The little gerbil complains. Huh? She didn't even hit it that time. Slowly, the cat rotates her head while continuing to stare right at you. It almost looks like there's a ghostly, mischievous grin on her face. With majestic grace, the cat lowers her head onto a pile of documents. Meow, the cat notes while casually twirling around on her spot, pawing at the table. I'll take this to mean I'm doing well. The cat carelessly stretches and shakes herself, seeming more or less pleased. A swift nod toward the door with her head makes it clear you should be leaving. Oh no! Oh my. What an interesting game this is. Okay. Do I want to keep going? Or should I stop for the day? I think I should stop for now. I know I'm stopping midweek, but should stop for the day. Well, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it for today. We've been streaming for a couple of hours, I think. I think now's a good place to stop. Bit of mystery over what's gonna happen with Boo the gerbil and the cat. And figure out what's gonna happen on the next day. So, yeah. I think that's it. So let me go back to the other menu here. So, anyways, thanks so much for staying with this. I had a lot of fun playing with this game so far. It's very entertaining, very fun. I love the dialogue, even if it seems like I can't pronounce half of it. um, I didn't have any plans to play it this week. I'm planning on starting another game the next time I stream, which should hopefully be Friday. And Saturday I'm planning on doing some art. So maybe early into the next week I will get back to this game. Unless there's like, vehement denial over it being like, we want more of this game on Twitter or something, then I'm probably just going to stick with it, the schedule I have. So, yeah. So, like I mentioned, I'm gonna start using my Twitter more and more and post some schedules up there. Hopefully maybe have some more art along the way while I try to do more consistent art streams and just play some fun games and just have a fun time. So thank you all for joining with me tonight. And if you want to link to my Twitter, it's down in the About section here on Twitch, as well as my YouTube channel, which I post all my VODs over there, as well as a couple of extras. Like I just finished a game called Paradise Killer last week, and I missed a couple of things on stream because I did a couple things off stream, so I posted a video that showed the rest of everything I missed, so that way you guys could still see everything. So I do the same. If I do end up missing anything for other games, I'll try and do the same for that as well, so you guys aren't missing anything just because it's not live on Twitch. So yeah, that's about it. So thank you again. And again, Fern, thank you so much for the follow, and Dunemaster 2022, thank you for the follow a couple of days ago as well. So I had a ton of fun, and I continue to have fun, or I hope to continue to have fun at least. So we will see you all next time. So bye-bye.